Hi, Maddie here. We're on the fifth step, which is to share. So I'll take a minute to just remind you that this training session is meant to get you up and running, having a lot of confidence, and able to go out there and start having fun with your business right away. And I want you to leave me feedback in the comments as to what steps you're doing, what actions you're taking as a result of these videos. And we'll continue to check in weekly and make your power plan. So take a little moment for my energizing tea here. Um, so the sharing section. The sharing portion is just the incredible part. You know, the first four steps are all leading up to this moment. This is when you get to sit down with someone that you have invited to look at the business, the company really, if you're talking about the products and the business. So what does it mean to share? 3 pointers, I guess, going into it. So you're going in extremely curious. That's the first thing. Extremely curious. What is it that this person needs and wants from Shaklee? Together, you want to discover what that is. And the way that this works is that it just shifts things from saying, in your mind, you could be thinking, well, they need to lose weight, and so I want to sit down and talk to them and just push Shaklee 180. And you may not actually know everything about what they need, and you may need the time of sharing is actually a conversation of you get a chance to share, but you're also really, really digging deeper and finding out what their needs are. Someone might have deeper needs than just the weight loss on the surface. They might have thyroid issues, they might have chronic conditions, you have no idea. Or they may have a financial need that you don't know about. So we're sharing from the perspective of having a real conversation, getting extremely curious. That's the first thing. The second thing is you're going to do it in a way that's best for you both. So if somebody likes to sit down with you in a coffee shop, if you're friends and you're in your neighborhood and that's how you want to do it, great. If you want to do it over the phone, that's great. If you want to have a webinar, also works. Shaklee has Monday night webinars every single week, Monday nights, and they're always hosted by a very successful leader, someone who presents their whole Shaklee picture. And so maybe someone wants to just watch that and then talk to you on the phone afterwards. What I find is just that the sooner that you can figure out what's the best method for you to connect about it, the better. And there may not be, it's not a one-size-fits-all. I know some of us love to connect in person. I love connecting with people in person, but I'm not going to keep myself from going my business and reaching out to those other people out of town because of that. You know, you're going to find a way to simulate it. You can even do a Google Hangout where you're talking like, you know, like this on the screens. So you're going to find a way that works for them, and you have all those tools in your back pocket. We have so many ways available to us. I've sponsored people just from messaging on Facebook back and forth, just talking back and forth on Facebook about what, you know, the products and different things, and then they will place an order from there. So texting and Facebook messaging can work more so for the inviting. I really like when you're coming to the sharing part, it is really great to be able to take some time and usually set aside like a half hour or an hour, depending on, you know, if you're showing the full presentation. Shaklee.tv has a great opportunity presentation that I'll post in the link in the bottom of this, and that's the simplest way for them to see everything and hear from a successful leader on a webinar form. And it also takes the pressure off of you. You don't have to necessarily be the one doing the presentation. But I suggest that you know, just practice. Like, the only way that you're going to get confident doing this is if you do it. And so if you are working with a presentation and you created your own story and your own pictures and kind of insert that into a PowerPoint, and then ask friends if you can sit down with them and just say, I'm getting better at sharing what Shaklee means for me, and this is how I want to practice. And so obviously with your launch party, your uplines are going to be there, and your Facebook launch, you know, someone will be hosting and sharing for you. But the sooner you take responsibility for knowing how to present the full Shaklee story as you've experienced it, then the better off you're going to be. So the third and final piece that I want to really emphasize with the sharing portion is as I said, being curious and then addressing those needs with Shaklee, you are really completing the conversation, making sure that you, say, oh, I know that these are some things that were important to you that we talked about, and let's find a time to follow up. Like, let's close this conversation. So there's nothing worse than having a great time talking about something that you say, so like there's this great event, blah blah blah, this concert, and then you leave it empty, like leave it undecided. When you're telling someone about something, you want to find out, so are you coming? Are you not coming? Where are you on this? And so with Shaklee, we have a lot of great tools for closing the conversation effectively. And one of the best ones that I have is just asking people, on a scale of 1 to 10, like, how interested are you in some of the things that we talked about? Whether it's how interested are you in the business portion? How interested are you in trying some of the products? Okay, and then based on their answer, okay, cool, so which ones are you interested in to start off with? And just being, leading the conversation and being open to them saying, hey, I need to think this over a little bit, get back to me on this date, but like definitely having a part of the sharing portion be the closing and following up and understanding what action you're going to take, basically. So sharing is great, but we take action based on what we share. So if someone tells you about an amazing restaurant and you're drooling because you're so excited about how good it sounds, then you're going to go there, right? You're going to take action, or you're going to, make a reservation. And so I just encourage you to keep that in mind when you are going through the presentations and the sharing pieces and these tools with someone, and just really have the confidence to help them decide how Shaklee will fit into their life. All right, that was a little long. My energizing tea has me revved up. Okay,